Happy Thursday. We're loving the sunshine again today, but it's very cold outside. Temperatures just before sunrise took a nosedive, and so we are experiencing the coldest morning in, well, about 16 days, even colder than yesterday. Here's our Gualdi Group camera from CC Heights, looking at all the glorious sunshine. Beautiful sunrise going on, but a very cold one. Just a couple of very thin cirrus clouds in the distance, but kind of a cool looking morning. And the sky is blue. Temperatures now still very cold. Here we are just past 8 o'clock this morning. Very light south winds. Eventually the combination of sun and very light south winds will work to warm the temperature well into the 20s again. But here's the thing. We did this yesterday, too. We had just a few thin clouds yesterday. We have even more sun in store for today. But we have a long way to go to get back to the mid-20s where we were yesterday, because we are starting out just above zero. It's 2 degrees here in Rochester. Good morning. I'm meteorologist Ted Schmidt. Today we're talking about very cold sunshine today, but slow warm-up carries us toward 30 over the weekend. But with the possibility now of 2 rounds of snow to impact our area over the course of the next 3 or 4 days, Friday and Sunday. So we do have to watch that. And it looks like it's going to be morning events for the most part, the way it's looking, progressively looking earlier and earlier for us. The Friday one, very much a nuisance type thing where we just get a little coating of snow. Maybe for the morning commute, that may make things a little slick in spots. Sunday, not a work day for most of us, but it looks like one that's going to have a bigger impact in its overall weather picture from that storm system. Another system now bringing much heavier snow, mostly again in the morning hours. Temperatures right now, speaking of morning lows, here's how cold we have been so far today. These are, in fact, the readings right now in many cases is the morning low here just after 8 o'clock. Almost a full hour now past sunrise. We're still just as cold as we've been all day. 2 degrees now in Rochester, 3 in Dodge Center. These are morning lows. 1 in Albert Lea, 4 in Mason City. Current readings 6 now in Mason City. It's 2 in Rochester, 9 in Preston, 14 in Rushford. Sunny skies. It feels like 9 below. The wind's very light, but even with just a light breeze, you get temperatures like this, it does feel quite a bit colder. But not many negatives on the wind chill map. That helps when we have very light winds. Albert Lea 3. Mason City, the air temperature matching that feels like temperature with the wind chill index. 9 below, though, in Rochester, at 9 above in Preston. A lot of sunshine today. There you go. Good looking day. But eventually, into the afternoon hours, we'll start seeing temperatures closer to 20 and then eventually reaching 25. Sunset at 5:27 today. And we're going to stay in the teens tonight. Clouds will slowly thicken. We'll have changes down the road for this time tomorrow. But at least for today, we have a tranquil looking, chilly Thursday for us. There's that storm system coming in from the northwest that eventually will bring some light snow. Some of those first flakes may arrive just after midnight. Some of our western and northwest counties. Rochester may see snow before sunrise tomorrow, in periods of very light snow for our Friday, especially morning into the early afternoon as it looks right now. Heavier snow Sunday, and again that looks to be just after midnight until maybe early, maybe mid-afternoon for that time frame of that system, but much heavier snow than what we're facing out of that Friday Clipper system. 2 degrees now in Rochester. It's 13 in Des Moines, 19 in International Falls. Here's Futurecast showing what's happening. We have high pressure. Again, what high pressure does, it creates subsidence, sinking motion, very dry, cold column of air under that high pressure, so it suppresses cloud cover, keeps the winds light. Of course, with a situation like that, that sets the stage for a very cold morning. That's where we are right now, dealing with that Canadian air mass with a stable atmosphere. So temperatures right now as cold as, really as cold as they could be in this situation, but a quick warm up with high pressure gliding to the south and a very light south breeze and some sunshine. Very light snow tomorrow, especially in the morning for us. Heavier snow west of our area, closer to Sioux Falls, Sioux City, and maybe toward Mankato, maybe a couple of inches in those areas. We're looking at an inch, I think, at most out of the situation tomorrow. Most of it done by early afternoon. A couple flurries lag behind maybe into the early evening tomorrow, then clearing under high pressure. Totals around the area as much as an inch. Look at it Sunday. This is the GFS American model. Totals out of that system on top of the 1 inch or so we're expecting tomorrow, or a little less than an inch. We could see 4 to 8 inches of snowfall out of that system on Sunday. Most of it done by around 2 or 3 in the afternoon as it stands right now. The European version of this, much lighter amount tomorrow, up to ½ an inch. And then we look at Sunday. The axis of the heaviest snow with the European version looks farther north, Twin Cities to Eau Claire, Wausau. We would get like 3, maybe 4 inches out of that here. As it stands right now, I think we may be closer to that, the heart of that heavy band of snow, but still, overall, about 4 to 8 inches as it stands right now for that Sunday event, and most of it morning and early afternoon. But not much wind, so don't look for blizzard conditions or things like that. Maybe a winter storm watch coming out later today from the Weather Service, and a winter storm warning may be issued by the time we get to Saturday, about a day ahead of time for that system, so be on the lookout for that. But today, 25 in Rochester, Albert Lea 26. Nice recovery after a very cold morning. Preston 29, a lot of sunshine and south winds as high as 8 miles per hour. Tonight, less than ½ inch of snow well after midnight, 15 the overnight low, and snow mostly tomorrow morning, flurries in the afternoon, 27 the high, a light breeze turning to the northwest, but less than an inch. A 7-day forecast, sun with light winds on Saturday, a slightly colder day, and then about 30 on Sunday, about 4 to 8 inches or so of snowfall, very light coating again next Wednesday as we keep the active pattern going, and temperatures very seasonable, in other words, very typical for this time of the year. In the meantime, be on the lookout for snow the next couple of, well, 2 of the next 3 days. And in the meantime, enjoy this sunny Thursday. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.